Hi everybody, today on the channel we are going to make an amazing tuna. It's not your average mayo and tuna fish mixed only. Check out this way to kick it up. That looks absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so I had to give this a try. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw some silly little video, and this was claiming to be Matthew McConaughey's delicious tuna salad. It had a lot of interesting ingredients. I figured I'd give it a try, but I want to heat it up, do it a bit like a tuna melt. Let me show you what we're going to use. Some pretty standard stuff, but way more than most of us likely put in our tuna. So I've got a couple of cans of white tuna. I've got some mayo, or Miracle Whip in our case, a little bit of sweet gherkins for pickles. Got some lime juice, and I'm also going to use about a tablespoon of vinegar. I've got one red onion. I've got an apple. I have a little bit of cheese here, and then I'm going to use some of these crispy jalapenos. That's also going to go in there. Now, I will tell you, this recipe called for wasabi. I don't really care for that too much, so I'm leaving the wasabi out. Still going to try and kick this up a little bit. So let's go ahead and prep this. First thing I'm going to do is open up the tuna, drain out the juice, and pop it right here in our bowl. Here's the beauty of living right on the canal. You know what the fish will love? A little bit of albacore juice. All right, so we're just going to take 2 of our small cans of tuna, pop those right in here. You know, I really like tuna fish, but I got to tell you, this just reminds me of cat food. All right. Now into this, we want to put about a half cup of mayo. Now I'm not going to measure this. I'm going to do it, you know, the whole about way here. Call that a little less than a quarter, a little less than a half, and I'll just scoop the little bit that's left in here out. Into that, we're going to do about a teaspoon and a half of lime juice. You can also do lemon juice, but I kind of prefer the lime. And we're going to do about the same amount of white vinegar. There we go. Just going to mix this up a little bit. Now we're going to chop our red onion and also a green apple. And we'll do the same thing here with our green apple. Let's get that sticker off of there. Got both of those ready to go, so let's go ahead and just dice up our onion here. I like to do these kind of small. I don't want really large chunks, but I do want to be able to sort of bite into them. So I'm doing about maybe 1/4 inch diced here. All right, and now we're going to do our 1 green apple as well, and I want to do these about the same size, maybe a little tiny bit bigger than the onion, but not much. All right, let's get this apple in here. I'm going to stir this up just a little bit. Oops. Got a little crazy there. You'll notice there's a lot going on in this tuna fish. It's not just going to be a mouthful of tuna. You have all kinds of stuff going on. All right, now I'm going to go in with one more item, and that is some of these crispy jalapeno bites. Not really a chip. Think of it like a breaded fried jalapeno sliver. Okay? Little slivers of them. We're just going to go in with about 1/4 cup or so. Stir these guys in. They almost look like, oh, they got a kick. They almost look like little green Ruffles Ridges chips. All right, there we have it. This is a good chunky tuna fish. This would probably be good just on a salad as well. but we are going to be making it into a delicious kind of melt on the griddle. Set this aside for a few moments. I'm a big fan of cheese on tuna. Not everybody likes it, but I've got a nice, seriously sharp cheddar here. I'm just going to make some thin slices so that this can go on our bread. Now, the best thing to do is a good fresh sourdough, butter it up real good and crisp it. I'm using a bit of an Italian bread, and I bought it unsliced so I could slice them at the thickness I wanted. I'm trying to make this cheese real thin here so that as we heat up that bread, it melts real well right on the bread. This is just a good fresh baked Italian bread from the local bakery. Actually, my local bakery is the Walmart bakery. That's where I got this today. It's surprising. If you get bread and you're going to eat it fairly soon, it's $1 a loaf of this stuff. Like, you buy a loaf of this, just have it with whatever the meal is you're making that day. Really good stuff. And I don't want pieces too small, so I'm going to cut this a little from the edge here. I'm trying to get a good size here. Maybe just a little thicker than your average slice of white bread at the grocery store, but not so thick that this is too challenging to eat. I think this is going to be perfect, probably about a ½ inch or so. All right, so we are going to butter this up very liberally on both sides. And I'm doing that because in a moment we're going to turn over here to our Blackstone, and we want this to get nice and golden toasted. Now you want to butter both sides of this bread. It's going to be challenging because I got to get the camera and move it over to the Blackstone. So, buttering these two, and hoping because they stick together they'll stand just like that. All right, let's go to the Blackstone. And we are just going to pop these right down on the griddle. There we go. I've got these burners on low and I have these over here off just in case I need to use that part. Let's take a look at these on the other side. Oh, perfect. You get some of that cheese on there real quick. Touch that hot butter. Ouch. All right, we're gonna let that just cover up for a moment. All right, let's open this up. You can already see it's starting just a little bit here to melt. That's perfect. Looks great on the bottom side. Let's get those off of there. All right, so we have our melted cheese on bread here on the toast. We're just gonna go ahead and get a nice spoon of this stuff here. Looks good. We'll put this over to the side. Take this. We're just going to cover it on up. Just cover this guy right up there. And then look at that. That looks absolutely phenomenal. And that's it. This is the supposed Matthew McConaughey tuna salad. You know, makes you want to say, all right, all right, all right. But we're going to give it a shot. All right. There's something about doing an Italian bread or a sourdough toasted on a griddle like that. Listen, that sounds amazing. Anyway, let's give this a shot. I love the crunch of the onions and the apple in there. It tastes absolutely amazing. Oh, man. Well, thanks, Mr. McConaughey, if it's really from him at all. All right, I'm gonna have another bite of this one. Man, that's good. Real good. I think I might make one more and bring it into the Deb. She'll probably enjoy this too, though. The onions she won't be a fan of, but everything else she will. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. It's a simple one. It's on the Blackstone, but it's a way to kick up a can of tuna fish in a whole... Oh, I forgot to put the gherkins in. Dang it. See, now I do have to make another one. And we probably need, what? You say about 4 of these cut up in there? Sounds about right to me. Maybe 5? Well, listen, Bon appetit. I'm going to try it with the pickles in it this time. You know what? It's darn good either way. Like, you can't go wrong one way or the other. Though I will tell you, I prefer the one with the sweet gherkins in it. Try the other one more time. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I hope y'all try this recipe. Simple, easy, kicked up tuna fish to a whole nother notch. Bye y'all. Safe and happy grilling. Oh, good, you're still here. Hey, listen, if you've enjoyed this video, check out down here. It's all of our Blackstone griddle videos, and up here, all of our PitBoss smoking videos. See ya.